Good morning and welcome, everybody. I just want to say a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us today, which is day one of our August 2021 Open Day. On behalf of all the girls in our learning hubs in Adamawa, Cross River, Enugu, Kaduna, Kogi, and your state. I welcome all our friends, families, and supporters joining us through our YouTube and LinkedIn live stream. Please let's give everybody that's joining us a round of applause and really, really welcome them to this event. Excellent. So I'm just going to also invite you to drop encouraging comments and share the exciting moments of this event. We'll absolutely love it if you can share the streaming link you're watching us with across your social media accounts so more people can join us virtually. My name is Confidence Stavely, and I am the founder of CyberSafe Foundation. I'm also the executive director. It's my pleasure to serve as the moderator for today's event. Very soon, I'll be introducing my colleague, Simbiat Sadiq, who is the program lead for CyberGirls Fellowship. But before I bring her up to give the welcome remarks, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Cyber Unit, for supporting us all the way from Canada. Let's give Cyber Unit a round of applause and really thank them for their sponsorship. Excellent. So I also want to just mention that all cyber girls, before we go further, as is our culture, will be saying our cyber girls mantra in a call and response style. Are we ready? Tech, are you ready? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, ready, go. I am knowledgeable, resilient, and excellent.
I am knowledgeable, resilient, and excellent.
I am a fountain of value and an ardent problem solver.
I am a fountain of value and an ardent problem solver.
I am a voracious learner, so nothing is too difficult for me to master.
I am a voracious learner, master.
I'm a doer with genius intellect.
I am a doer with genius intellect.
1, 2, ready, go. I am a cyber girl.
I am a cyber.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you so much. I think we need to do that one more time. But of course, when you're saying I'm a cyber girl and I say what's ready, go, just go on. I'm not a cyber girl, so it's your show. Let's do one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. I am knowledgeable, resilient, and excellent.
I am knowledgeable, resilient, and excellent. I am knowledgeable, resilient, and excellent.
I am a fountain of value and an ardent problem solver.
I am a fountain of value and ardent problem solver.
Hello? I am a voracious learner, so nothing is too difficult for me to master.
I am a voracious learner, so nothing is too difficult for me to master.
I'm a doer with intellect.
I am a doer with genius intellect.
1, 2, ready, go.
I am a cyber girl.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to cede the stage to my colleague Simbiat Sadiq, who will be taking us and be giving us the welcome remarks. Let's make welcome Simbiat Sadiq.
Okay, can everyone hear me, just to be sure? Hi, Confidence. Hello, girls. Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Just before I start, right, apologies if there's like any background noise. I mean, I just had to be here, like, I really had to be here. So, okay, my name is Simbiat Sadiq. I'm the program lead for CyberGirls. It's my pleasure to be giving the welcome remark for our CyberGirls Open Day for the month of August. We are so glad and excited to have you all join us today. I'll just give you a very brief overview of what CyberGirls is, because we have like a lot of people watching, right, joining for the first time. So, Cyber Girls Fellowship, it's a 1 year fellowship program by CyberSafe Foundation, and basically it's aimed at equipping girls within the age of 15 to 21 years old with globally sought cybersecurity skills. We're providing mentorship, training, and subsequently internship placement for the girls. And this is part of our efforts at CyberSafe to bridge the gender gap in the industries, among others. So I'd like to start by appreciating our founder and executive director, Confidence Stevely. She's doing a whole lot. We'd like to say thank you. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to do this, to serve, and for this initiative. And also to CyberSafe board members and the amazing team behind the Cyber Girls. Like they're doing so much behind the scenes. So I'd like to say thank you for all you are doing. Thank you so much. Like we really appreciate. So it's for the Cyber Girls Open Day. It's aimed at giving the girls right an opportunity to give for everyone to just all the cyber girls give an insight of their progress. So it's a monthly thing, a monthly program we do, and aside from showcasing and showing us what they've been up to, what they've been learning, it also gives the girls an opportunity to build their communication, presentation, teamwork skills, and I mean we all agree that this is very essential for their growth in this field. I'd like to say a thank you to our mentors, coaches, our on-site facilitators, virtual trainers for all the hard work you've been putting in to produce the growth in knowledge that we're about to experience in this open day. We also like to thank our founder of our partners, Aid for Rural Education Access Initiative, iCapture Center for Development. We have GTech, Cloud 10, Tech Hub, Mercy Hubs, Northeast Humanitarian Hub, and Ego Foundation. We thank our donors. It's because of your cash and laptop donation we are able to keep the lights on and continue to deliver quality cybersecurity training to our fellows. Yes, I actually wrote this because I didn't want to miss anything. But just before I continue to my written speech, I just like to say something, right? So it's been an amazing couple of months. It's been challenging. We all agree it's been challenging. It's been a lot of work, and everyone has been putting in the work. The girls have been putting in the work. They've been learning. Aside from regular trainings, they've gone out there to actually, learn some of this stuff on their own. I mean, I talk to my mentees and I'm like super proud of them. And we have this Cyber Friday activity. And when I see the kind of conversation these girls are actually having, I'm like, wow. I mean, I knew how long it took me to actually understand some of these concepts, and these days I just here like wowing us. I mean, discussing stress and everything. So I'm so proud of the work the girls are doing. Like, I mean, they make our work easy. They make, I mean, they make the effort we actually put into this fellowship. I mean, what it like they're putting in so much to ensure that they are learning. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all everyone is doing. So we have guest speakers. We have Abil and Sailaja. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you for taking our time to be here. So our amazing Cyber Girls fellow, like I always tell you girls, like you guys are like amazing. I mean, we're rooting for you because we believe in you. I just like to leave a quote for the girls, like from Cassandra Sanford, and she said, "If this is something that you really want to do and you believe in it, simply keep forging forward because success will come." I know sometimes you can feel like it's a lot. I mean, you're learning a lot, but I can assure you, it's going to be worth it. It's a whole lot. Cybersecurity is a whole lot. It's a process. Like I always say, it's a process. You keep learning. As you're learning, you keep building, and just make sure you are sharing as much as you can with your colleagues, so at least you're able to keep in loop and understand things easily. So for everyone watching, thank you for joining again, and I hope you all are inspired and excited about the amazing talents we at CyberSafe are building. And to our sponsor Cyber Unit, I'd like to say a special thank you, and for everyone that have donated, especially for the laptops. Like I mean, we called out for we called out for these things and you guys came through for us. So I'd like to say thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you all for joining. I mean you guys are excited about being here and joining the Cyber Girls. I can assure you they're going to wow all of you. Like I mean they are going to wow all of you. So sit tight, grab a cup of tea, a cup of water, and watch these girls show you like all the amazing stuff they've been up to. Thank you very much.
Uh, So I just want to thank you for that very, very, very staring welcome speech. We're ready to go, and I'm sure the girls are also ready to go. But before we get on with the presentations, the demo presentations today, we're not speaking too much English. We are showing and telling. So before we get on to the presentations that we have lined up for today, we have about 10 of them across different topics. But before we go on, we want to play a video that really, really tells about what we are trying to achieve in CyberGirls. And what we also will want you all to think about and begin to inculcate in your different spaces. CyberGirls is a fellowship that is really, really building trusted people, and in the groups, the way we really deliver our training, and the way we coordinate things, we are driving a spirit of teamwork, where people take pride in pulling others up. And I think this video is amazing for us to watch. I don't know. We are almost ready. We're almost ready. We're getting ready for that. And I want to see the girls. Are we all excited for today? Are we all excited for today? Are we looking forward to take the stage and really share our knowledge and all the things we have been able to achieve for the past couple of months? Um, we are going to be taking I can't see the girls. Please, Tech, can you make sure I'm seeing the girls and really respond to me as I'm speaking, please? So thank you so much, Symbiat. Yeah, great. So are we excited for today? Are we excited for today? What's happening? We're all just so cold. What's happening? Are we excited for today? I want to, I want to see the excitement. Excellent, great. So we are going to take our video now. Tech is now ready for us, so let's have our video play. Tech, we still can't hear anything. We can't hear anything. Okay, so we are going to jump that video. Team Incognito, please, can you take the stage now to have your presentation? Everyone, please, can we give Team Incognito a round of applause as they take the stage? Let's give Team Incognito a round of applause. can unmute yourself and start now.
Hello everyone, this is Team Incognito from Cross River State, and we are here. We're so glad to tell you about the MITRE attack matrix and navigation. It has been reported that once an organization has been breached, adversaries typically hide on their network before being detected. How did they get in? How are they moving around? What exactly are they doing? My name is Dr. Simoikoya, and with me are Esther O'Shea and Stella Achibo. Together, we are going to tell you about how you can use the MITRE Attack Navigator to solve security breaches in your organization. Please stay with us. The first thing you need to know about the MITRE Attack Navigator is that it is an open source tool designed to provide basic navigation and annotation of attack matrices. This tool is used to visualize defense coverage, red blue team planning, or anything else you want to do with the ATT and CK framework. Did I just say ATT and CK framework? Yes, I did, because the MITRE attack that you'll be hearing is actually the MITRE attack you've been hearing is actually MITRE ATT and CK. Attack stands for adversary, tactic, technique, and common knowledge. This was put up by MITRE organization, which is a non-profit organization that works with the US and other private organizations to make the world a better and safer place via cybersecurity. The attack is divided into attack, pre-attack, attack, and mobile. The MITRE attack framework or matrix describes how adversaries penetrate networks, move laterally, escalate privileges, and evade your defenses. Attack organizes the behaviors of the adversary into a series of tactics, which include defense evasion, lateral movement, and exfiltration. Under these tactics are a number of multiple techniques used by different adversaries. The attack framework helps you to understand how adversaries might operate, so you can plan how to detect and stop the behavior. And it also maintains a library of information about the selected adversary rules, and it defines ways to mitigate the behavior. The MITRE attack framework is divided into a series of technology domains, which include enterprise, mobile, and ICS, which is an industrial control system. I'm going to pause here, and Abigail and Stella are going to show you how this is done.
Hello everyone, my name is Stella Achibom and this is Esther O'Shea. We're going to start sharing our screen and we're going to take you to the MITRE Attack Navigation web page where we'll be using the tool. So now we are on the MITRE Attack Navigator web page, which is an open source web page. That means everybody can use this web page. So today we'll be working on the mobile because there's enterprise and ICS. Our other team members working on enterprise will tell you more on the domain. But today we're going to be working on the mobile domain, which deals with mobile devices. So now when we click on this, yes, it has taken us to a page. Now this page contains the tactics and techniques used by threat actors or adversaries. What's in bold? Esther, please could you over the cursor over the what's in bold? So now this what's in bold are the tactics. These are what the attackers want to achieve. And now you have under these tactics, you have techniques, and these are, see, we have initial access so that TikTok Pro. So if you've been following us on the Cyber Friday, you have little knowledge on what the TikTok Pro is all about, and also the Trider from the articles that Ms. Confidence has been giving us to read. So now we're going to select the
So I think the network has just knocked off Team Cross River, and I mean these are some of the challenges we face doing this work in a distributed way and using the internet here. But I'm sure they will soon be back. For the time being, I'm just going to play some music.
Navy SEALs
Yeah.
are perhaps the
They said you. Okay. Tech wants to play a video. Go ahead, play the video.
most elite warriors in the world. One of the SEALs was asked, who makes it through the selection process? Who is able to become a SEAL? And his answer was, I can't tell you the kind of person that becomes a SEAL. I can't tell you the kind of person that makes it through BUDS. But I can tell you the kind of people who don't become SEALs. He says the guys that show up with huge, bulging muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to the world how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate all their responsibility and never do anything themselves, none of them make it through. He said the star college athletes who've never really been tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He says some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys that make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He says, however, all the guys that make it through, when they find themselves physically spent, emotionally spent, when they have nothing left to give physically or emotionally, somehow, some way, they are able to find the energy to dig down deep inside themselves, to find the energy to help the guy next to them. They become SEALs, he said. You want to be an elite warrior. It's not about how tough you are. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about how fast you are. If you want to be an elite warrior, you better get really, really good at helping the person to the left of you and helping the person to the right of you. Because that's how people advance in the world. The world is too dangerous, the world is too difficult for you to think that you can do these things alone. If you find your spark, I commend you. Now, who are you going to ask for help, and when are you going to accept help when it's offered? Learn that skill. Learn by practicing helping each other. It'll be the single most valuable thing you ever learn in your entire life. To accept help when it's offered and to ask for it when you know that you can do it. The amazing thing is when you learn to ask for help, you'll discover that there are people all around you who've always wanted to help you. They just didn't think you needed it because you kept pretending that you had everything under control. And the minute you say, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm stuck, I'm scared, I don't think I can do this, you will find that lots of people who love you will rush in and take care of you. But that'll only happen if you learn to take care of them first.
Okay, welcome back. Team Incognito Cross River, please stay in very high spirits. I know the internet is messing up where you are, but just speak up from where you dropped off. We will give you additional time if you need. I know that this can be a bit rattling for you. So go ahead, just start off from wherever you want to start off from. You have to
Thank
stay.
you, ma'am. I'll start from the beginning.
Can we start now? Hello everyone, this is Team Incognito from Cross River State, and we're super excited to engage you in a conversation today about the MITRE ATT&CK matrix and navigator. My name is Dr. Supeyon, and with me are Stella Achibong and Esther O'Shea, and we're going to show you how you can use the MITRE ATT&CK navigator to stop security breaches on your network or on your organization. So stay with us. It has been reported that once an organization has been breached, adversaries hide on their networks for long periods of time before being detected. How did they get in? How are they moving around undetected? And what exactly are they doing? The first thing you need to know about the Mitre Attack Navigator is that it is an open source tool that is designed to provide basic navigation and notation of attack matrices. This tool is used to visualize defensive coverage and red blue team planning or anything else you want to do with the ATT and CK framework. Did I just say ATT and CK framework? Yes, I did. And when I say ATT and CK framework, I mean that ATT and CK is an acronym that the MITRE organization, which is an NGO which works with the US organization and other private organizations set up. Aim is for the acronym is adversaries, tactic, technique, and common knowledge. This um, was developed by the MITRE organization, like I said, in order to make the world a safer and a better place via cybersecurity. I'm going to stop here and Esther and Stella are going to take you on and show you how it's done.
And I'm going to share our screen. So, okay, now, so this is the Mitre Attack Navigator web page where we'll be using this in order to compare two threat adversaries. And now when you click on create new layer, we're going to see enterprise, mobile, and ICS. Like Dorcas had previously introduced, there are three domains that the Mitre Attack works on. But we're going to be dealing on the mobile domain, which deals with mobile devices. Our other team members will take you more on enterprise. So now we're going to click on the mobile domain and it takes us to a new web page. Now, this page contains tactics and techniques that are used by different cyber adversaries. So now we have the words in bold in it that describes the tactics. Now, these are the tactics. We have up from initial access up to impact, and then we have the network-based effect. And now these tactics describe what the attackers want to do. And now the techniques describe how they are doing it. So why you must be asking, why are there so many? Because attackers use different methods depending on the availability of tools, their own experience, and your system configuration. So now under the tactics, you have the different techniques that are used from cyber attackers under the. So if you screw up, you can see that there are many more. So now these are the techniques that are used for adversaries all over the world. So now the tool allows us to compare and also take single layer analysis and also compare two layers together. But we're going to be comparing two layers today using the threat groups. So now when you go to the page there, you can see threat groups and we have software also. So we're going to be comparing two famous software, two a little popular software. So if you've been following us on the Cyber Friday, you will know the software we're going to use, which is the TikTok Pro and Trider. So the articles that Miss Confidence Safety has shared with us, she gave us a little info on what the TikTok Pro is about and what the Trider 2 is about. So that's what we're going to be comparing in order to create analysis. So now you can see that when you click on view, it takes us to a new page. Now this page provides information about TikTok Pro and Trider. So this is a TikTok Pro web page for the information on it, and it says that it is a spyware. It is a spyware, and when you go up, you have what the techniques that are used. So now I'm going to go back. So now when we go back, we're going to click on select. So now once we've selected it, you can see that it has carefully highlighted the techniques that are used under each tactic. And remember I told you that there are so many because they're used by different adversaries, but this particular TikTok only uses these techniques that have been highlighted. So not to make it clearer, and since we're comparing another layer, so we're going to pick a color for it. We're going to go to color setup, click on show. Then we're going to pick color 1 and color 3. See, there are 3 colors. And after we've done that, we're going to go to scoring. We're going to score this one. And as you can see, it has highlighted it very carefully with the color red. So now we're going to also name the layer. We're going to go to layer, and we're going to call this TikTok Pro Mobile Attack. So there's also another method of naming this layer. We can also go to layer information and to still take bring us to the layer where we're going to rename it. So we're going to be doing another new tab. Like I said, we'll be comparing two adversaries, the trader and the TikTok Pro. So now we're going to be doing for the trader. So we'll still go back to the mobile page and do exactly what we did for the TikTok Pro mobile attack. So we're going to select trader. So now you can still view and it will give you information on Trader. So Trader was first reported in 2016 as a second stage malware. Later versions in 2019 appeared with new techniques as initial downloader of Trojan apps. So this is an information on what Trader is, and you can also see the techniques. You can also read through the techniques that it uses. So I'm going to go back. And then when we click on select, it also highlighted the techniques that it uses under each tactic. So now after we're done, we're also going to score this. We're going to make it visible. So we're going to score it as color 1 and then color 3 also. Then we're going to come to color scoring, and then we're going to score this as 2. Yes, so now you can see that it has given it a different color. So when we create the analysis fine tune, you will not be confused. So I'm going to call this Trader Pro mobile attack. Trader mobile attack, sorry. Now I've created 2 layers. Now we're going, in order to compare this, we're going to go to open existing layer or create layers from other layers. We're going to, and then we're going to click on mobile attack version 9 because we're using the version 9 of this mobile attack. And then the score operation, you can see that there's A and B. So we're going to be comparing the two. So we're going to do A plus B. So after we've done that, we're going to go down to create, and we're going to create. Now you can see that there are the red color, the yellow color, and the green color on this web page. Now, this web page is a combination of the 2 other layers that we did, and the red is for the TikTok Pro mobile attack, the yellow is for the trader, and then the green signifies this that the 2 attacks, the 2 threat actors use the same technique. That means they use application discovery, capture SMS messages, and application discovery as they use their similar techniques. These are the similar techniques they use. So now we're going to generate a, we can also
arrange it. We can also arrange in different ways, ranging from A to Z, Z to A, 1 to 2, and all together. So right now I'm going to choose A to Z. So it could be a little bit, it could be together.
So now, like my blue team, the red or blue team can now analyze the steps that they are taking and now provide possible mitigations for this. Now, this is the end of our presentation, and I would like to request Ms. Confidence Stavely to send us an email address so we can send this report to her. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you so much. Don't worry, the back office is going to share my email address so you can quickly send off the report. I'm so proud to see that you were able to achieve this, even with all of the technical difficulty you experienced during this presentation. I followed and I thoroughly enjoyed the presentation. Well done. Well done. Let's give them all a round of applause. You're welcome. Let's give them a round of applause. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so we took the video while Team Incognito and Crossover was having a technical difficulty. So we're now at the point where we're going to be having Incognito Enugu, if they are ready to come up. Oh, great. I see your bright, really sparkly eyes and your faces smiling. Fantastic. So Team Enugu, what are you going to be presenting to us today? Team Enugu, I was asking, what are you going to be presenting to us today? Oh, I think the network has gone berserk on us. Okay, so power issues there. Okay. So we finished hearing from Team Koshiva, and they showed us exactly how threat modeling is done using the Meta Attack Navigator, where they were comparing two threat actor groups in the enterprise domain using this tool called Meta Attack Navigator. So we are now going to be waiting for Team Enugu. I think they're having a bit of a difficulty there. But if Team Incognito Kogi is ready, please, you can take the floor right now and do your own presentation. I don't know which of the teams is available and ready to start now. Team Enugu, are you ready to begin your presentation? Team Enugu, are you ready? Team Enugu or Kogi can go. Team Enugu or Kogi can go now. Okay, so Team Enugu is back. So I was asking, what are you going to be presenting to us today?
We are going to be finding vulnerable satellites using Shodan.
Oh, fantastic. So you have the floor.
Good day, everyone. I'm Chine.
Veronica.
Imelda.
We're members from Incognito Group, and we're here to make a demo presentation on OSINT's gathering using Shodan. OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence, and it refers to any information that can be legally gathered from free or public sources about an individual or an organization. OSINT includes information found in different media. This could be in form of pictures, videos, webinars, public speeches, and text bases, and so many more. IT professionals use OSINT tools to discover to discover vulnerabilities and weaknesses in their system. Now, there are common vulnerabilities that have been found on OSINT, and they include accidental leaking of of information on social media, open ports, and insecure servers. Government authorities also use OSINT to check for future trends on a global level. Individuals can also use OSINT to check how much of their private information is online, and then with this information, they know what to delete and what to leave online. Now, there are different tools by which OSINT work by. We have Multigo, we have Google Docs, and we have Shodan. But the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to be working with Shodan. Shodan is a search engine where servers connected to the internet can be found. It's just typically a search engine where Internet of Internet of Things devices are found. So if your devices are not properly protected, Shodan can tell hackers everything they need to know to hack into your system. Now we're going to start with this demo, but I need to state that to work with Shodan, it is important that you have your VPN on. I'm going ahead to share my screen right now. Sorry, we're having a bit of. Okay. I need to see. Stop sharing. You're right to the screen.
So we're having difficulty sharing our screen, but we are about to do that now. We are about to solve that.
Use Google search. Use Google search. Click on it. Share. Yes. Yes.
On the private chat so we can support you.
It's corporate tab. You go to Gmail. Yes, it's okay. Gmail. It's open
Your
text.
entire screen. Your entire screen.
It's not showing yet. Still, it's not showing. Say got it. Right, got it. Let's see.
Okay, so we're having difficulty sharing our screen, but now we are back.
Okay, I was going to show us that we needed to on our VPN. Here I have my VPN. It is already on and running. And this is the Shodan user interface. My colleague is going to briefly show us how we're going to search for vulnerable satellites using Shodan.
So to search on Shodan, you have to have an account with them to get the most out of Shodan. But Shodan searches based on different categories like IP addresses, device name, organization, operating system, and so much more. But for the purpose of this presentation, we are going to only be searching for vulnerable satellites. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to my search bar and type satellites to see the results I get from Shodan. So let's see what we get from. So let's see what we get from satellites on Shodan.
Open that tab.
So as we can see, we have so many results from our search on satellites. Can you see my total results at my left-hand side? Over 1,000 results of satellites is available publicly on Shodan. Isn't that amazing? When we scroll down, we will also see countries. We'll also see countries and ports that have this satellite running. And then we'll also see organizations and so many other information that Shodan allows us to get access to. Now, moving to my right-hand side, we have each satellite that are represented with what we call the IP address. This is the public IP address of this satellite. Now, what is an IP address? An IP address is simply a unique identifier of any device on the internet. Now, when we scroll, coming down to this part, we see a list of information. I'm going to highlight it now. So the highlighted information is what we refer to as a banner. A banner is a list of information, a metadata or a packet of information that tells us about a device or a service. Now, Shodan is able to show us this because they work by grabbing banners and crawling the internet for ports that are open. And that is the reason why we are able to see this. Now, to search on Shodan, but now let's look at this side. We can see different countries. All the satellites have different countries. But what if I want to search for satellites in a particular country? I don't have time and energy to start searching through a large amount of results, like over 1,000 results. So what do? I'm going to make use of my search filters. That is why it's very important to have an account with Shodan, because it allows you get the best out of Shodan by making use of the filters. Now I'm going to come here and type in a filter, country US. Now I want Shodan to give me to give me satellites in only US country.
Take it back.
I think we're having network issues because it's not loading.
See it.
Okay, so here we are. Now we have now we now let's see what it gives
Take
us.
it back. Just that. Just explain it.
Okay, so basically, what this filter is going to do is that it's going to give us only results that are in US, in the United States. So now I can get relevant searches using filters. So it is very important to take note that the kind of results you get on Shodan depends greatly on your search query syntax. That is the filters. By filters, I mean keywords. Keywords, special keywords that helps you to search for only relevant results on Shodan. There are different kinds of filters that can be used on Shodan. I don't know why it's not loading.
I think our data is going.
The network is bad. But basically, we have so many filters. We have so many filters that we can use to get the best out of our children search. For instance, we have city as a filter, which gives us devices in a particular city, and then we have country, which gives us the devices in a particular country. And we can also search based on IP addresses, which can take us to a particular IP address using the filter nets. And now this IP address here is the IP address of a satellite. Now, if we come down here, we are going to see something called open port. Open port is also a filter used to search on Shodan. Now, there are different kinds of ports that are on Shodan, and it is important to take note that each port have a different meaning. It takes us to different places. So ports are like gateways that helps us access other information based on this device. Now, this public IP address of this satellite, I'm going to copy it now. By pressing Ctrl+C and coming to my search. By copying Ctrl+C and come to my search bar. Ctrl+V and I only have one port open here, which is port 10,000. So I'm going to type in my port 10,000 and see what it gives us. So it's loading. It keeps giving us this same thing. Okay, but
What we have seen.
so all we have been doing has been based on the GUI interface. We can also use the CLI interface using Kali Linux to search on Shodan. So if you want to use the Kali Linux to search on Shodan, you can actually go to GitHub. Then you see instructions of how to install Linux, and then your API key, get your account on Shodan, and then you can get your CLI running to perform searches on Shodan. My colleague will take it up from here.
Thank you. So I'm going to be talking on how to keep our IoT devices safe on Shodan. First of all, you're going to on your VPN, just like my colleagues have already said. You saw when she on her VPN before going to Shodan. Then the next one is to change your default password, because most of organizations, they will leave their default password. Then cyber attackers will prefer, or they use the advantage of using like a common default password like admin, then log in and get their informations. Then another one you're going to see is run Shodan against yourself, just like we are doing now. If that we are security analysts, we can just run Shodan against ourselves to see how much of our information that are on Shodan, then we can now know how to patch it up and make it more secured for cyber attackers. So in a nutshell, anything that has advantage has disadvantage. Just like Shodan has advantages, it equally has disadvantages, because the main advantage of Shodan is that when the person that created it, that is John Matterly, he created it in a way that people like security analysts will use it and find vulnerabilities on their devices, then patch it up to prevent cyber hackers. But nowadays, cyber hackers use the opportunity to they use this opportunity to they use this Shodan to gain access to their devices, thereby committing malicious attack. Thank you.
You so much. That was beautiful, and I'm happy that you were able to weather the technical difficulties you experienced. Well done on such a very beautiful and very informative presentation. Let's welcome Team Incognito from Kogi State. Let's give them a round of applause. Team Incognito from Kogi State is going to be presenting next. Well done, welcome, welcome. So, Team Incognito, what would you be presenting on? What are you going to be showing us?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're presenting on incident response and network packet analysis with Wireshark.
Okay, go ahead. You have the floor.
Thank you. My name is Ali Alimat, and here with me is
Pelumi Malik, Belkisu Suleiman.
We'll start on defining what incident response means.
An incident is an adverse event in computer system or network caused by the failure of a security mechanism or an attempt or trained breach of this mechanism. Now, in full, incident response. Incident response is the process by which an organization handles a data breach or breakthrough and handles a data breach or cyber attack, including the way an organization attempts to manage the consequences of this attack or breach. Next is goals of an incident response program. 1. Detect compromises as quickly as efficiently as possible. Second, respond to incident as quickly as possible. And thirdly, identifying the cause effectively as possible. Next is incident response process. 1 is preparation. In this phase, it covers the work an organization does. It covers the work an organization to get ready for an incident response, including the establishment, the right tools, and the resource and training the team. Secondly is the detection. Accurately detecting and assigning incidents is often the most difficult part of incident response in many organizations. Thirdly is the containment and eradicating and recovering. This phase focuses on keeping the incident impact as small as possible and mitigating service disruptions. And lastly, post-event activity. The goal here is to limit the chances of this incident happening again and to identify ways of providing future incident responding activity. My partner will continue from where I started.
Are we talking on Wireshark? We say Wireshark is a network protocol analyzer or an application that captures packets from a network connection, such as from your computer to your home or the internet. Then Wireshark is the most often used packet sniper in the world. Wireshark does 3 things. Firstly, it packet capture. Wireshark listens to a network connection in real time and then grabs entire stream of traffic, quite possibly tens of thousands of packets at a time. The second one is filtering. Wireshark is capable of slicing and dicing all this random live data using filters. By applying a filter, you can obtain just the information you need to see. Then thirdly, it's visualization. Wireshark, like any other good packet sniper, allows you to dive right the into the very middle of a network packet. It also allows you to visualize the entire conversations and network streams. Then uses of Wireshark. Wireshark can be used to troubleshoot networks that have performance issues. Then the second one, cybersecurity professionals also use Wireshark to trace an internet connection. My partner will continue on the practical of Wireshark.
Thank you very much. I would like to I like to recover credentials with TCP, and I also like to share my screen. Firstly, before I start with my recovery of credentials with TCP on Wireshark, I would like to say what TCP means. TCP is a connection-based protocol that is used by many application layers protocols we use every day. An acronym of TCP is Transmission Control Protocols. With TCP, a connection between two hosts, that is the client and the server, is being maintained. That is how TCP works. So now I want to do my practical with Wireshark. This is it. On the first list, we have on the column side, we have the packet list. This is the packet list. Then we have the packet details and the packet bytes. That is it. On the packet list, we have the time when the packet arrives. Then we have the source, destination, and the protocol. Under this protocol, we have the ARP, the NBNS, we have the TCP, the UDP, and so on, and the HTTP too. So I want to recover credentials with TCP. So I want to start. I'll go to my apply display filters. I want to filter out the TCP protocols. These are the TCP protocols now. After filtering the TCP, then it displayed all the TCP protocols on the screen. This is it. All the TCP protocols. And under the TCP protocol, you have the details, the packet details, all about TCP and also the packet byte. Firstly, you can go on there and you can see packets, which is 1,542. That was the all geo packets, both the HTTP, everything, the UDP. But after it's been displayed, after featuring the TCP, we now have the displayed ones, which is the 1,106. That is the everything about the TCP. This is it. Then I'll go further and click on the TCP. And I also click on the TCP stream. We can see on the screen, we have the blue color and the red. The red one is the request and the blue one is the response. Just like the client and the server. That's the way it works. Because I said that there's a connection between a communication between the two hosts, that is the client and the server. So the red one is the client, that is the request, while the blue one is the server, that is the response. That is how TCP works. So with Wireshark, we can discover our information, like what is being sent and what is being received. That is the way Wireshark works. Thank you.
So much. Let's give them a round of applause. That was a well put together presentation by Team Incognito. Well done, girl. I am so proud to see how well your presentation went. Let's give them a round of applause. Every girl across the hubs, let's just give the Team Incognito Kogi a round of applause. Fantastic. So we're going to be taking on next Team. What group is next? Please, can we mute that mic? Yeah, we are going to be taking on Team Code Brigade in Cross River. Let's give them a round of applause now, really quickly. But before we take them on, I just wanted to mention that our guest speaker is already in the room and waiting to get on with the Meet the Cyber Boss session, where she'll be sharing a lot with us. So just after Team Code Brigade finishes, we are going to be having an expert session, which we've called Meet the Cyber Boss. So Team Code Brigade, Cross River, you have the floor.
Hi, my colleagues in Incognito already said a lot about MITRE ATT&CK, but we'll briefly carry out a quick overview about what MITRE ATT&CK is. My name is Precious Mesoma Ogonda. I'm in Team Code Brigade, Calabar, Cross River State. With me here is Lily Nora Emmanuel, Doris Obo, and Mary Chukwu. Now let's get to the question: what is MITRE ATT&CK framework all about? MITRE ATT&CK framework is a curated knowledge base that tracks cyber adversary tactics and techniques used by threat actors across the entire attack lifecycle. The framework is meant to be more than a collection of data. It is intended to be used as a tool to strengthen an organization's security posture. Why do we need to use MITRE ATT&CK security model? The MITRE security model satisfies the need as it can apply technically and cooperate organizations to leverage cyber threat intelligence, which responds and adapts quickly to a cyber attack. To accomplish this, we need to encourage the promotion of sharing cyber threat information and its effective tools.
Okay, hi, my name is Lily Nora Emmanuel. So at this point, we'll go straight to our demo and we'll share our screen. Okay, by default, this is what the MITRE ATT&CK navigator looks like. And so we would create a new layer. Team Incognito Calabar Cross River State use the mobile, and this time we'll be using enterprise. So this is it. At the top row, we have 11
techniques used by the adversaries and 291 techniques used by the adversaries too. So first of all, as a code analyst, I'll be giving complete context what I'm going to be doing. So first of all, I'm going to be using APT 39 and APT 32. So I would change the layer to APT 39. And then we'll quickly go to multi-select and then select APT 39. Here we have three groups: threat groups, software, and mitigation. So we'll be using threat groups. Another threat group will use APT 39. And then we'll select, then we'll quickly view what this is about. So this is it. This is what APT 39 is about. It's one of the several names of cyber espionage activities conducted by Iranian Ministry of Intelligence and Security. So I'll go back. These are the techniques used. And then, as you can see, it has highlighted the techniques used by APT 39. So quickly, I'll go to my color setup. Again, by default, the low value is 0 and 11, 0 and 100. So I'm going to change the low value to 1 and the high value to 3. And then I would score my color by number 1, just to differentiate between APT 39 and the next layer I'll be doing. So this is red, that highlighted the techniques used by APT 39. Then I'll create a new layer and I'll do what I did again. Okay, we'll tap on the enterprise again, and then we'll name this one to APT 32. And then we'll go to multi-select again and select APT 32 under the threat groups. And then we'll quickly view what this is about. So this is APT 32. It's a threat group that has been active since 2014. The group has targeted multiple private sector industries as well as foreign governments. So let's go down to see the techniques used by APT 32. So this is it. I'm going to be going back. You could see that the techniques used by APT 32 has been highlighted. So I'm going to set up my color again, and then we'll change the value to low value and 3. And then we would score the color to color 2 this time around, just so it to differentiate between the red and the yellow. And then this time around, we'll create a new layer again. But we will not create it with the first one. We'll create the layer from other layers. So we'll click on that. And then the domain will be version 9. Enterprise attack version 9. And the score expression, as you can see up there, we have A and B. So we're joining the first layer and the second layer. And the next one will create our new layer. So now this is what that's taken us to. And then the yellow shows the color 2 stands for APT 32 and color red stands for APT 39, while the green color stands for the ones used by the both adversaries. So here in the column we are right now, you could either change to ascending order to numbers or descending order. So at this point, we'll generate a report. And this is what it looks like. And then we would request Mrs. Confidence to send her email for us to send her this report. This is what this looks like. This is the MITRE ATT&CK navigator we conducted with APT 39 and APT 32.
Hi, I'm Mary Chiku. To know more about MITRE ATT&CK navigation, kindly go to https://mitreattack.org. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you learned something from it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, hope you get a round of applause. That was such a beautiful presentation, and I particularly want to comment about your continuity. So you were able to continue from what the other girls had done, and link us, show that link between your group and that other group. And I want to say a very big well done to everybody in this team. Well done. Team Code Brigade and Team Incognito Cross River and the two other teams that will be presenting from Cross River are all proudly coached by our volunteer coach, who already, Mr. Matthias Jacobs Ajibola. You did an amazing job, and I am so grateful. All the girls are so grateful to you for the coaching you've been giving them. Well done, girls. Thank you. Great. So now we are going to make welcome our guest speaker. I mean, girl, we're so excited to have Miss Sailaja Vadlamudi. I hope I pronounce the name slightly tolerably, and she's going to tell us her name better. But just give you an intro and sort of to give you a peek into who this amazing woman is. She is a mentor. She's an author. She is a researcher and a global advisory member. She is handpicked as SAP Labs India's first application security lead, and she's also senior director of security and data privacy. She is a noted speaker at national and international forums. She started her journey in application security in 2008, which is about 30 years ago. And since then, she has championed, inspired, and driven a worldwide team on security and data privacy topics. She founded a non-profit Women in Cybersecurity and Privacy organization that aims to sensitize girls and women on cybersecurity awareness. And she's concentrating on women, young girls, and children to alert them of digital threats and to upskill them and prepare thought leaders of the next generation to shift the paradigm and add more diversity into these domains. I mean, little wonder we picked her because, again, this is the woman for the job today. She's on several global advisories and committees. For example, she's on the CyberX Global Advisory Team. She's on the BRS, that's the Bureau of Indian Standards Panel for IoT security and privacy. She also serves on the committee of NASCOM as a member of the Special Interest Group on Cybersecurity Skilling. She's also serving on the Cloud Security Alliance Bangalore Chapter Research Group as a member. Few of her accolades include she's a top 20 Indian women influencers in security 2020 by the Security in India platform. She's also a top technologist and she's called a tech beacon according to W Equity. She's a cybersecurity ambassador by Rochester, and she's a top 10 women tech leaders India by Reva Academy of Corporate Excellence and TerraLogic. She's a super cyber woman by Cyber Peace Corps, and she's a thought leadership champion at SAP. Please let's make welcome this amazing woman that we are so blessed to be having her in this room today. Girls, let's show our excitement and our love and our whatever it is you want to show eagerness to listen to her with our very loud round of applause. Let's clap for her. Welcome, ma'am. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Please just say the name correctly so I can learn from you. I think you're muted. I'm not sure your mic is on. No, we can't hear you yet. Tech, please, can you kindly check if her mic is on? Can you unmute her mic from the back end? Okay. Maybe the microphone doesn't have permissions on your browser, possibly. Oh, okay. So okay, great. You can try to talk now because you're now unmuted from the tech side. Oh no, we can't hear you still. Maybe try to leave and come back in. Maybe that might help. Let's see. We can't hear you still. Oh, technology just keeps messing with us on days like this.
Hello.
Great, we can hear you now. Excellent. Awesome. So I was saying, you know what? Say your name so that we can sort of get it right. I'm sensitive to my own name, so I can imagine you maybe. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm Sailaja Vadlamudi, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. And I also got the opportunity to look into what the wonderful girls over there are doing. I'm already excited that you all have a very, very bright journey over here. And the opportunities are really limitless over here, and you just have to keep chasing them, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Sailaja. And this is going to be sort of like a relaxed chat, and we'll be expecting if the girls have any questions to ask, they could just ask on the chat box, or even our guests. We have a couple of people watching us on LinkedIn and on YouTube as well. So I just want to start by asking you to tell the girls a little bit about your journey into cybersecurity and why you chose this field. Was there special interest from your childhood, maybe influence around you or your background? Just tell us a bit.
Yeah, so confidence to start with, right? For example, it was not intentional that I jumped into this cybersecurity field, but from the childhood, something is really clear to me. Technology is something which always used to really surprise me, and it because it's very instrumental in achieving the impossible. And at least our generation is lucky to witness the technology and the magical evolution of it, right? Like we have those telegrams, not the telegram app that we have now, to telephones, the internet, and at a click of a thing, you have the entire world in front of you on a handheld device or a mobile phone. And the way how tech is influencing and shaping our future is really surreal. As a child, I am always, my heart is always into this technology and trying to explore and discover the magic that is bringing back to us. And coming into my journey in cybersecurity, I have to say I have to really thankful to my current organization, SAP, where I am currently working on. I think one fine day an opportunity knocked my door, and they're like, "Would you like to work on this topic?" I said yes, and that was in 2008, as you rightly mentioned. And from then on, there's no turning back. And I'm able to continue in this journey because for sure I felt my purpose in this, and I think it is much bigger than what I imagined as a child, and I'm still enjoying it.
Thank you so much for that preview into your background. And I like the way you use the word magic. It literally feels that way when you're tech. I think that's why tech is quite exciting. It feels sometimes like you're experiencing magic, but magic you can make happen. So it's beautiful to hear you use that word as well. I just want to follow up that question by asking, when you started your career, did you see yourself having all of these accolades and big titles to your name? I'm asking that especially because a lot of the girls, are just starting off, they have nothing, no accolades to their name. But did you see yourself, when you were starting off, to have this thing? But what was your driving force? And what keeps you going? And how do you think you have managed to get this far?
Yeah, this is one of the wonderful question I have to say. When we all start our career, for sure, I don't know I'm going to land up with so many accolades, but I always have dreams. This is what I keep telling about. I'm like one of the young girls sitting over there with so many dreams, uh, and one of the important factor, right? When you talk about my background in India, from the place I belong to, this was like 20 years ago or 25 years ago, when my parents were really investing into our education, unlike the other parents who are investing into their girls marriage or something else. They were quite challenged by their own families. Why do you have to invest into girls education? Anyways, you're going to get her married and send her away, right? So these are the kind of challenges my parents used to have, but they always stood strong for me, and they always believed, girls also have to be educated to the extent they become independent and they can make their or they can live their dreams. Yeah, and I also learned in all this in their journey as parents or in my journey, right? So far, people will start throwing bricks at us like at every point of time, but it's we have to make a conscious choice whether they're going to break you or make you stronger. When people throw bricks at you, we have to really pick it up and build our own empire, is what I believe in. And that is what I did. And all of these accolades that we see, right? It is connected to the action because I believe success, what we see today, is really connected to the action and the consistent efforts we put into that. And we don't have to settle for less, and we have to dream big and really keep moving on that. And one more thing, when you ask me what is the driving force that keeps me going, right? That is something. I'm a person. We can keep on complaining, right? Girls don't have much opportunities. Women are not treated well, or women are not getting into the higher board level, executive level, or higher management level. But at some point of time, I felt I have to be the change I would like to see in the things around. And my family, my mentors, and my current organization that I am currently working on, all my friends, everyone supported me to be my own self and to also be my better self.
Thank you so much for those nuggets. I was almost doing this word when you were speaking. I really like the points about picking up the bricks that are thrown at you. I would maybe want to add that, pick up those bricks and even build with it, build with those bricks. I really put in the work. I heard you very loud and clear there that the actions, are very, very important. You can't wish these things to come in. It will be the work you're doing that you begin to grow and you get recognition and you get opportunities and a lot more you begin to attract them. So thank you very much for that. So recently I was also looking at something online, and some women were sharing why they took certain very key decisions in their lives. Again, people share very varied opinions about that. But it begs the question: how do you manage your work life and your family? Is there a clash between both, considering how demanding cybersecurity is? Can you share some tips? Because a lot of the girls also, want to build families, and sometimes the discouraging factor with chasing a career is that people always think, you know what, you can't have both. You can't have both your family doing well and your work life. So, give us some tips on how you're able to balance them.
See, when you ask me, right, this is not the first time I'm receiving this question. Even as part of the pre-pandemic times when I was traveling all around because of my job, there was these questions were always asked. You being a mother of two little young children at home, how you manage your travels and all of that, right? But I
Yeah.
believe it's rather than talking about work-life balance, right? It's work-life integration. And I always keep telling people, like, for example, I'm working in cybersecurity, which is also the need of the hour. And we also have to really help your family to understand why it is really important for you to spend some little extra hours, and what's the purpose behind it, and what is the advantage, like your mom or your daughter or your son-in-law or your wife working in this. And yesterday this happened in my home. Like, I have two guests at home, and both the wife and husband are sharing the password, and then my younger one jumped into the scene, and he's like, "Uncle, you're not supposed to, know aunt password. This is not okay." And then he did not stop there. Then they were really stunned to understand, to know from these kids. And then they're like, "Yeah, you have your super mom at home, and no wonder." And then they also went ahead and started explaining about, you whenever you go and open a website, right, you should always see that log symbol, and it should be HTTPS, and so on and so forth. So it's like everybody feels they're part of this entire journey of mine, and that's how it makes my journey a little bit easier for me, is what I have to say. And then all these ecolots, they started following me, right? Whenever I tell them, first ones that to be known about, that is my family and kids for sure, and they always give me a warm hug and they say, "Mom, we are so proud of you." And then you really have to get that agreement from all the stakeholders, is what I like, how you have managed your stakeholders at work, right? In the similar way, we have to have that common understanding, and we have to win your family in the first place, irrespective of whatever we do. And having working in cybersecurity by default, because nowadays it's no brainer even for a child or anybody, when this all these attacks are hitting the headlines or in the newspaper or in the TV channels, everywhere people are talking about this, and they definitely understand, like, we have to spend a little more extra effort. And on the other side, if you're really passionate about something, right, you really take out time for that no matter what. And one more thing is, purpose is at the heart of everything that we do, from our roles to our jobs, and it should always lead the way for us, is what I believe in. And if you ask me, right, how is there a clash between considering the demands and all of that? As I said, the way how we are going to balance the things, I think that is really going to help us, and create more space for us, rather than thinking like, work-life balance is not going to, or it's going to be a ninth wonder for women to manage both or to have both. I don't think so. At the same time, I don't mean to say we are not going to have challenges as a mom or anything, but the other important factor for all of us is, we will have challenges we will have challenges as a mother, and but that is only one phase of life, right? That's not going to be forever. So we also have to understand that there is always a glad day following this glad day, or a challenging day is what I always believe in and I look forward to.
I mean, that's very, very profound. I particularly liked, the nuggets you shared about work-life integration. I think that's such a great thing to touch on. I really liked also that you touched on purpose and carrying your stakeholders along. Those were very, very practical nuggets and a lot more that you shared. Thank you so much for sharing wholeheartedly. I also want to ask about your bio. It says a lot about you honing your craft and improving your skills. So, would like to know how you combine further learning your day-to-day activities. Is very challenging for just about anybody, considering that cybersecurity is a fast-paced, dynamic field. I mean, you're on something today, and it just throws you another curveball tomorrow that you have to look at. So how are you able to keep honing your skills? Do you read one book a month? I mean, what are your tips? What are your own strategies for achieving your set goals? So really like to hear, and maybe pick a thing or two that we can all inculcate as a habit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is a wonderful question also for all the students and the girls over there to understand how we manage this learning, because staying relevant is the key in our domain, and we all know things are moving at a blink of an eye on a daily basis or at an hourly basis. And at the same time, when I go to work, right, or I'm working with my early talents, I'm close to having this 18, 19 years of experience. And then when I have to talk to someone who is coming out of college, right, we have to really understand what is happening and we have to stay ahead of it. Not about we are open to learn from the things around, but at the same time we also have to be really competent enough so that we feel confident. It's not about to showcase to others. And if you ask me, right, let me just tell you, after I started doing my non-profit, right, I started investing my time to understand the cyber laws in India. And because at one point of time it is also important, these children and these students end up falling into some traps and not knowing what is the outcome of it. Me as a founder, me as an employer of an organization, if I know the cyber aspect from the context of legal terms or what are the legal aspects that are related to this cyberspace, it really helps me in my day-to-day work, and I'll also get a broader picture, not confining my own knowledge only to technology and all of that. When you ask me, do you set goals? Yes, I set goals. I'm also really, very. I am my very own critic, and I'm very curious about so many things that are happening around. And every time I also keep setting targets about learning new topic, not necessarily reading a book, but sometimes now with the pandemic, right, we have so many webinars happening all around. We have so many YouTube videos that are available there. I'll just try to pick a topic that is really something which I have not worked so much, but I know little bits and pieces of it, and I try to connect all the dots and understand the big picture of that specific topic or so on and so forth, right? This is what I keep doing on, and these days I'm also trying to do some additional education, as I mentioned, like cyber laws and into many other spaces of cybersecurity.
Thank you so very much. And just as you were talking, you spoke about your organization. I would like you to discuss a bit more about your organization, which is Women in Cyber Security and Privacy. I know you sensitize girls and women on cybersecurity awareness. We just want to know, are there challenges women face in breaking into cybersecurity? And were there challenges you faced as a woman in the field? And I would also like to know how you handle them.
First of all, confidence, I believe, right? We have a lot of challenges as a woman, we have a lot of challenges as a technologist. And one of the biggest hindrance is our own self. Yeah, because as long as we are not going to believe in our own self, trust in our own self, and we can convince our own self and soul, right? We will not be able to do it with others. So, women, most of the times, what we always think is we are not the best ones in the room, or we are not heard in the room. So, there are a lot of things. For example, when you look into the job market, right? For example, if there is an opportunity that was given to both men and women, they apply only when they fit into 80% of it, but men, they try to do it if they fit to 50 to 60% of it, they're confident to go ahead and put it across. So, first of all, we as a woman, right, we have to really leave that and then try to. There's no harm in failing, falling from there, right? And the other aspect you're talking about, the women in cybersecurity and privacy, right? Yes, we started this non-profit organization aiming to sensitize girls, women, especially from the rural areas. And also, we want to build this thought leadership, and we also bring a lot of diversity into the cybersecurity and privacy domains. Because the way how the threat landscape is changing on a day-to-day basis, right? We have a lot of programs in this. We reach out to the colleges from the rural areas. We have student chapters, we have thought leadership, we have mentorship platform. At the same time, from time to time, what we are also doing is we are also joining hands with the law enforcement authorities. For example, there were two states in India, the southern states, where currently we are also working on a project where they have identified kids from the government schools who are doing their 8th grade and 9th grade as the cyber ambassadors. So we are also training them on different modules on cyber security so that they will be able to go back and sensitize their family, their communities, and their friends at school, and the teachers, and so on and so forth. And when we go closely to all the citizens, right, because nowadays I can also call them netizens, because most of them are spending most of the time, or the primary space is the cyberspace that we all are living in, or the digital space that we all are living in. So it's the need of the hour. So from time to time, we join hands and with many other organizations, and we also ensure there's a lot of sensitization that is done, the awareness that has to be risen up, so that we also add our 2 cents to the bigger picture of sensitizing our entire citizens here. And also
Massive.
we were also, yeah, able to offer some fellowships, and some of our students were also able to grab some jobs in the cyber domain. And we just started our journey, and we're looking forward. We will have many more testimonies following us.
Excellent, excellent. That's so beautiful. Well done on all the amazing work you're doing on that side of the world, to change the lives of girls and women, and to create awareness of the opportunities in the industry. So, just as we prepare to round off this session, I wanted to share your hot tips for the CyberGirls Fellows, who are on the onset of their careers in cybersecurity. Are there habits they should build? What do you think is a waste of time that they should not engage themselves in right now? Just share your tips, your hot
Yeah.
tips, really.
Yeah, sure. When I say having this 18 to 19 years of experience, I have to be curious. I think you have to be much more curious as the beginners in this domain. And I'm happy that you're able to get the opportunity to confidence, and I'm really glad that you're doing so well. I have also seen one or two of your demos, and I'm so happy for all of you. And I have to say, as a student, really be curious, be open to learn and unlearn. That's a journey that we all have to move on. And at the same time, every time I get a question from all the students wherever I go, I'm a student, I don't have any experience. How am I going to clear the job interview? How am I going to, be at the other side, like the best side of the performance, showcasing my talents or showcasing my expertise in the topic. I say, watch out what is happening around you, because every day there is some attacker, some compromise, some data breach happening. Try to understand the root cause, right? Write your own blogs, have your profiles on LinkedIn, and try to publish them. Also, the follow the leaders, have some role models on platforms, LinkedIn, Medium. And also, whenever there is a cybersecurity event or a conference happening, right, there are a lot of capture the flags that are open over there. Just go there, form a team, and then try to do the capture the flags. If you have some certificates, right, if you are able to articulate what happened and what's the root cause analysis for one of the biggest event that happened in your city or in any part of the world, you will be already be able to influence your interviewers. And then you're already there, you're all set up. And one more thing, right, keep investing into yourself and try to become your better self every day. That is how I always do. I just want to be a better self. When I look back a month back or a year back, I just want to be the best of my own version of me.
I mean, those are very, very profound tips. And wherever you are, please just give Elijah a round of applause, because those are very relatable and very actionable tips that are definitely going to produce very huge results. So just as we are closing out, we did so well with our time management. And I just want to ask you to just leave the girls with a philosophy or quote that keeps you going on a bad day. I mean, we can always talk about the good days, but
Yes.
those
Yeah.
something that you just remember and it keeps you going on your bad days. Can you share a philosophy? Can leave them with that. I'm sure one or two people might take it up.
Yes, yes. As I said, right, I always dream. I'm a dreamer and I always dream and I dream big. I don't aim for less. And also staying relevant and finding the purpose, right? Purpose is what really going to keep us moving when you understand the purpose. And we have to really believe them and change them. Because so far you have heard me talking about a lot of dream and dream. If I have to really put it across, right, a dream written down with a data becomes a goal, and a goal broken down into steps becomes a plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. That is what we all have to do. That is what I've been doing so far.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Elijah, for your time. I mean, this was filled with wisdom nuggets that I'm sure our girls will find very usable and helpful for years to come. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and sharing freely your knowledge. Please, girls, can you just put on your cameras and just give our guest speaker a very warm round of applause as we let her go back to her very busy day. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It's such a pleasure to
Thank you,
host you.
and all the best. And I also wish to see the future leaders from all of these girls. Wish you
Thank you
all the best.
so much. Thank you so much. I mean, that was quite a great session, everyone, and I'm sure you really, really enjoyed listening to her, even whether or not you're a female on this live stream across LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm sure you've learned a thing or two from our guest speaker. And before we go any further to take more presentations from our girls that are itchy and are so eager to show off what they've been able to learn, I want you to see a video of our testimonials from 3 months so far of learning how the girls feel about the CyberGirls Fellowship, and they're queued up to make their videos in excitement to say thank you to our partners, our sponsors, our coaches. I just want to introduce one of our coaches, but I'm going to introduce more coaches as we go along. Our coaches have been giving us their time in building these girls, and we're so grateful. Our volunteers, even by volunteers, I also add on our mentors. We have over 20 mentors from 13 countries across the world making out time to hold these girls' hands. We say thank you. We say thank you to our facilitators, our boots on the ground, helping these girls and aiding these girls to learn, and our virtual trainers, just about everyone. We want to say thank you. I don't know if tech is ready at this point. We can definitely cue the video and see the testimonials.
And I'm from Calabar Hub, Cross River State. I'm from Incognito.
I am Amina Ibrahim from CyberGirls Adamawa Hub. I'm a member.
Hi, I'm Iriri, a member of the Incognito Peer Learning Group, CyberGirls Enugu Hub.
My name is Blessing Oluchi Chukuma, Team Boss Squashers in.
Hi, my name is Doris from Cross River State Hub.
My name is Boke Aweda Ezine from Incognito Group Enugu Hub.
My name is Abigail Johnson from Calabar Hub, Cross River State.
From Enugu Hub in Intelligence. So honestly, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a participant of the CyberGirls Fellowship 2020.
Foundation for giving me the opportunity to be part of this program. I thank you, my confidant, for all the program, for all the training, for everything you have been doing for us. It has been so amazing, and it's still amazing. I'm so happy, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, ma. From the first day at the hub, we talked about computer, cybersafe, awareness, many things. It's been so amazing. Then the soft skills, the communication part, the critical thinking, the time management, everything. The presentation part, before now, if you say presentation, everyone will just run. But now I can actually come out and present without being scared. Thank you so much, man.
So far, Mr. Martin has been able to teach us many things, most especially hands-on threat modeling and mental attack and a host of other things.
I've learned how to be cyber aware. I've learned how to make use of strong passwords. I've learned different phishing attacks, and also I've learned phishing, dismissing. I've learned also how to be digital literate.
The program has really exposed me to different mentors across the globe. They include Ms. Irene from Kenya, my team mentor, Mr. Matthias, our coach, Mrs. Confidence Stefli, the founder of CyberSafe Foundation, Mrs. Letty Eder, Emmanuel Fabian, and Mrs. WOFI, our facilitators. So far I've been able to work on my time management skills, been able to make slides for presentation. Now I can say I have a vast knowledge about MITRE ATT&CK and hands-on threat modeling.
I started my joining with CyberSafe Foundation knowing nothing about the computer and cybersecurity. But enrolling CyberSafe Fellowship gave me the opportunity to become a computer literate and exposed to cyber awareness.
I've learned how to participate in group work and also learned how to participate in presentations. Normally, when it comes to presentations, I always want to hide, and it's always a group work, so I hide behind somebody so that nobody will see my face. But as I've started this program, there's no time that presentation has come up that I haven't done a presentation. So I'm grateful for how I've grown and how I've learned. I've also learned some basic skills like critical thinking, time management, and some and some other things that I'm supposed to know that I didn't even know I was supposed to know about.
Fellowship has really helped me in terms of my communication skills. I've been able to communicate and interact with my mentor, Miss Ralia, who has been putting me through my field in cybersecurity. Mama, I really want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate your efforts. God bless you.
I also say a very big thank you to my mentor, Mrs. Choma Ilo, for the opportunity, for everything she has been doing for us, for always being there for us, to talk to us, to do everything to us, to even show me the path I will be taking after this training. Oh God, Mommy, God bless you. And for our coaching section, that one, that one has been so amazing. Like, you can actually search for devices that are connected on the internet and find these devices that are vulnerable. Oh my God, it has been so amazing.
She's Mr. Habib DBC, and he has been teaching us about open source intelligence gathering using Shodan and Google Hacking Database. So it's been a wonderful experience thus far. I really admire the way Miss Confidence is very invested in this program and how she's trying to bridge the gap in tech between men and women. And I hope that one day I'll be able to pay that forward. We've built an incredible community at the hub, so we formed this kind of bond, this sisterly bond among ourselves, and it's been incredible.
I can do right now, I can basically say I am very good in threat modeling. Like I am amazing. I'm good in threat modeling and MITRE ATT&CK. Some soft skills training I've learned problem solving, which I've used very well in my life. I've learned ethics, both dining ethics, office ethics and the rest. I've learned emotional intelligence. I've learned a host of other things. And I just want to tell CyberSafe Foundation a very big thank you to them for helping me to achieve my dreams, helping me to be better in all parts of my life, like making me a better leader and a host of other things. Thank you so much, CyberSafe Foundation.
Thank you, our sponsors. Thank you, CyberSafe Foundation. Thank you, our team. Thank you, everybody that is making this thing a success. Thank you, especially Mrs. Divine. I'm so happy. I want to say thank you because you have always been there for us. Even when we have problem, we'll come to you, be like, no problem, no problem. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
Wow, just wow. I didn't get to see all these videos actually before they put them out. The team was really putting together these videos, and I'm just watching it alongside you joining us live. I'm watching it for the first time, and I'm really happy to see this very positive feedback from our beneficiaries and the fellows in this fellowship. I mean, you girls blow my mind every single time. I mean, why won't I be invested? Why won't our partners be happy to come on board? Because you're just very great investments to make, and I am so happy to be playing a little part in having so much impact in your life. So without further ado, I'm actually very excited that we're doing great with time. We want to make sure that we are right on time with everything. Right now, we're making welcome Team Code Brigade from Kogi. Please let's give the girls a round of applause. Every girl in the hubs that are presenting soon, let's just give them a round. Let's get them, excited and have their morals boosted. Like it's our style. Our sisters are coming in from Kogi. Let me feel your excitement. Please let's give them a round of applause. Fantastic. Okay, so the videos are still coming on, but yeah, let's keep clapping and clapping and clapping for them. I hope you're not under too much tension, Sha. Don't worry. You will ace this, okay? Is it not you people? Code Brigade. Oh, shit. Okay. So you have the floor. You have the floor. Go on with your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome to another wonderful open day. My name is Umar Memunat, and here with me,
Online to welcome you for patients.
we are here to discuss about discovering vulnerabilities using Metasploit.
Well, our agenda is introduction of the team members, which will be done, introduction of the topics, that is discovering vulnerability using Metasploit, definition of terms, goals of vulnerability assessment program, and a demo discovering security vulnerability. Now, definition of terms. What is Metasploit? Metasploit is a penetration testing framework that makes hacking simple. It is an important tool for attackers and defenders, which was developed by Rapid7. Now, what is vulnerability? It is a loophole, weakness, or weak areas. You can also call it a backdoor that makes a computer device or network exposed to criminal attacks and bad guys. Now, discover compromises and vulnerability quickly as possible. Those are the goals of vulnerability assessment program. One is to discover compromises and vulnerability as quickly as possible. Remediate security weakness as quickly as possible. Minimize possible damages effectively. Now, we also want to go on the demo for you to see the practical on how to discover vulnerabilities using Metasploit. Let's share a slide.
Share screen. Yeah, now share the screen first. Share the screen. Click on share screen. Share. Share. Click on my screen. Window. No. My window. Now. Yes.
I hope you can see our screen now.
Please, ma, I hope you can see our screen.
Sorry, the network is bad.
Now, we've just launched Metas.
You want to log in now to
Yes.
launch 10 map scan to scan your target.
They're about launching the Metasploit, but the network is not that strong. So please,
Kindly bear with us, ma.
It's not logging in. The call is not logging in. Password has entered. Let's sign out and restart.
Okay, so while you're trying to fix that difficulty you're having with your PC, your hypervisor to be very precise, maybe we can take another team. So when you come back on, just already come in signed in on your Kali so that you can just start your presentation, pick up your presentation from there. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, dear. We're going to now make welcome the next team. We're going to make welcome Team Ping Intelligence from Cross River. Team Ping Intelligence from Cross River. I'm not sure what they're going to be showing us, but they will tell us now. Welcome, Team Ping Intelligence. I'm yet to see your video.
Okay, good day, everyone. Do you
We
know
can't
that?
see you. Hello, hang on. Your video isn't showing us anything, it's just blacked out. So maybe you have to open the great, so we can see you now. Okay, so what are you going to be talking to us about?
We're going to be talking about Microsoft threat modeling tool, and we're going to be preparing a smart home
Excellent.
model.
Excellent. Okay, so you have the floor now. Go on with your presentation, Team Ping Intelligence.
Good day, everyone. Do you know that you're possibly surrounded by cyber criminals every day? What is very deep inside is the smart intruder who knows how to break into your network and steal information. And what if there's a way to know how it happens and how to stop it? Let's take a step back and define threat modeling for this presentation. Threat modeling is the art of foreseeing threats associated with an application and getting them fixed before the early stages. My name is Precious Robson from Ping Intelligence, Cross River State, and I'm here with Honor Neobazi, Vega, and Glory. We are going to define and recreate a smart home model gotten from threatmodeler.com using Microsoft threat modeling tool. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to share our screen of the Microsoft threats model. So in this threat model, there is a smart home gateway which communicates with the intrusion sensors, utilizing the Zigbee protocol, smart door locks, and smart kitchen, communicating through Bluetooth. The gateway connects to the Wi-Fi router, which is connected to the cable modem. Homeowners can connect to a cloud app to check the status of the intrusion sensors, open or close the smart door, and open or close your fridge using their mobile or tablet. So for the purpose of our model, we're going to create a model here. This is the Microsoft Threat Modeling tool. This is the work area. And we are going to design our model now. We'll choose SDLTM knowledge and create a model. This is the work area, and these are the stencils we're going to be using. So now we're going to impute our smart home. So, and the devices in it. So what is a smart home? A smart home is a convenient home setup where appliances, lights, thermostats, and other devices can be automatically controlled remotely from anywhere with an internet connection using a mobile or other networked device. Thereby, makes it easier for the homeowners to control all home appliances using one device, usually a smartphone or tablet, rather than using different devices. And this is possible as long as you have your smart home system installed in it. The smart home technology provides the homeowners with convenience and cost savings. Right now, we're imputing our intrusion sensor and other devices. So, an intrusion sensor is meant to determine whether an unauthorized person has accessed or attempted to access a protected area at home. There are different types of intrusion sensors, one of which is the magnetic contact switches, which are placed on doors, windows, and other potential access points. We also have the glass break sensors and many more. Then the smart door locks. Smart door locks are keyless door locks that allow you to open your door without a physical key. Using smart locks, the homeowners can grant or deny access to visitors and can also detect when residents are near and unlock the doors for them. We have the smart kitchen. Let's assume you're in your bedroom, which is close to your kitchen, but you don't want to stand up. With the help of the smart kitchen, you can check your refrigerator to know what's available or if anything's out of stock. And it also helps with some other tasks done in the kitchen. We have the gateway. The gateway connects devices on a home network and controls communication among them, and homeowners can access networks through the gateway when at home. The gateway is the central unit of control in a smart home system.
Right now, we're inputting our different data flows. As we can see, the data flow where the arrow moves from the smart kitchen to the gateway. We're using Bluetooth for that connection.
We also have a cable modem. A cable modem operates like a digital translator. It receives data from your internet service protocol and translates it into something the Wi-Fi router can understand. The Wi-Fi router, also connected directly to the cable modem, is allowed to receive and transmit information to the internet. It communicates to the Wi-Fi network, then distributes signal to the devices, which as a result, all the devices on your smart home have internet access. Then the data flows, they're also known as communication protocols. For example, we have the TCP, which is the Transmission Control Protocol. The Transmission Control Protocol is a communication protocol which ensures the successful delivery of data and messages over networks, like in the case of the cable modem and the Wi-Fi router. We also have the Bluetooth. Certain smart home devices like the smart kitchen and smart door locks use the Bluetooth to connect and perform basic tasks.
Now we are using the Wi-Fi.
So we also have the Zigbee. The Zigbee is widely considered an alternative for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for some applications, including low-power devices that don't require a lot of bandwidth, like your smart home sensors.
Now we are inputting our cloud app.
The Cloud Hub is a cross-platform screen recording desktop client that supports online storage and sharing.
Now we're going to impute our HTTPS for this data flow.
If you wondering why we use the HTTPS, it is because it is a most secured panel for internet connection. So the HTTPS is used to transfer data between computers over the World Wide Web. It is the main control protocol here because it is used to control many smart home devices.
Now the HTTPS is connected to the application running on non-Microsoft operating system. Then we're going to, for the finishing touches, we're going to apply our human user, and we're going to rename our human user to Madam Confidence Stavely because we're designing this smart home model for her. Now we're going to use HTTPS for this data flow. Then finishing touches, we're going to apply our internet boundary.
So the internet boundary here is a network location on the internet that connects one or more devices for management. Here's our internet boundary. So go ahead and generate and go to our view.
Now we're going to analysis view, which allows us see all the possible threats in the smart home model. Then with the Microsoft threat modeling tool, we can change the status of any threat to make it to be needs investigation not applicable or mitigated for whatever we want our clients to see. There are other threats, but because of time, we'll not be able to show you everything. So Microsoft Threat Modeling tool allows you to view reports and to send them to your clients. For the purpose of our demo, we're going to generate custom reports and make sure all our threats are showing in the reports. So to generate the reports, we're going to save our report as report and we're going to open it.
So here's our smart home modeling threat report. And this report shows you the possible threats, the potential threats here, and the precautions to take. You can see spoofing.
And then the necessary precautions are also recorded here. So Madam Confidence, we would like it if you send your email because CyberSafe Foundation contacted us so that we can get this report to you. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. And CyberSafe Foundation is very excited to be your first clients. we are going to send the email address. That was such a beautiful presentation, and I am so proud of you girls. Go on and continue to shine. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
We also want to say a big thank you to their coach, Mr. Matthias. Obviously, you've done an amazing job, and we can't thank you enough. So we're now going to cede the stage to Team Code Brigade Kogi that has come back. I mean, I think after signing into the Linux, and is now ready to do their presentation. So, Team Code Brigade Kogi, you can come on now.
Cheers. Don't call me. Don't call me.
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Ma, we apologize for the breakdown. It was network problem. Sorry, ma. So let's get started. Now we are going to type in our command, which is to search. We have already searched for the IP address previously before now because of time factor. So now we are going to type in our command, which is to run an nmap scan on what we are going to put in now. Yes. This is our IP address 1292. The IP address that we are targeting. 168.92.19.2. Then we strike enter.
Let's
Let's
wait.
wait for a while for the pot.
Not getting report. Type again. Play it inside. It's not showing us reports. We type it correctly. Tell her that it's not showing report. I want to try again.
It's not showing the report we needed, so let's type it again. One 962.168.168.12. Strike enter. Still not showing us report.
You don't worry, you have the expert before. So just run.
Since it's not showing us the report, we have the expert before. We have done it before now. So let's run our MSF report. We are trying to launch our Metasploit framework. You can see that it's already loading. So wait for a while for it to load. It has finished loading. Now we are going to input this command search our vulnerability we found earlier. Because of our time factor, we are not able to show you how we found the vulnerability. Then we strike enter. Here is the exploit we are targeting. So we are going to copy this. Sorry. We are going to copy this. Sorry. Okay.
Complete.
So we have copied it. Now we're going to type copied it. I type use here, space, and paste it here. And strike enter. Then it said there's no payload configured. So we are going to type option again. And we need a payload, so we have to type option again to get a new payload. So strike enter. Options. We have gotten another payload. You can see our rehost, our recap. So we are going to set the rehost now. Set rehost and our IP address that we got earlier. 129 what? 168.98.129. Let's type enter. Now you can see the rehost in here. So we are going to type another option again to be sure if it's configured. It's configured. Strike enter. You can see that it's configured. We have access to this vulnerability now. So we are going to type run to exploit it. Please, you can wait for a while. You can see it's exploiting already. So you can see explosion is completed. We have gained access into this cyber hub already. Because of time factor, we might not be able to run the remaining program. So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you so
Thank you very much for your patience.
No, thank you so much in Code Brigade. You're just amazing, and thank you for just keeping up. And even when you face the difficulties, you were bouncing back very nicely. You would see my chats in the chat box when I was saying nice comeback. Well done. I want to say a very big thank you to the coach for Kogi, who is Toby Afolabi. We are very, very grateful that you took out time from your busy schedule to spend hours of your time teaching these girls, and we can see the results. Well done, girls. Let's give them a round of applause. Everyone in Kogi and every other hub across Nigeria that's part of this. Thank you so much, girls. So we are now going to take on another very beautiful presentation. We'll be having team Pink Intelligence from Enugu take the stage to give us a presentation. So welcome Team Pink Intelligence. Round of applause for them. So what would you be speaking about today? What would you be showing us?
We're talking about how to find vulnerable cameras using Shodan.
Oh, exciting. Okay, so you have the floor.
Good morning. Good afternoon, all. We are Ping Intelligence and we are from Enugu Hub. And my colleagues and I will be presenting a demo on OSINT gathering using Shodan. OSINT is the acronym for Open Source Intelligence. Open Source Intelligence gathering is a process or a means to collect or assemble publicly available information intelligently. Now, it is basically what is done during the reconnaissance stage of the cyber kill chain. Now, there are lots of tools that we can use to search for things publicly on the internet, but we'll be focusing on Shodan. Shodan is a search engine. It's just like Google, but instead of searching for websites, it searches for internet-connected devices. Now, these internet-connected devices can range from your routers to servers to Internet of Things, which is your IoT devices. Your IoT devices can be smart TVs, your phones, smart refrigerators, and so many on. So right here, we'll be showing you how to use Shodan to find vulnerable cameras.
So it So we've already connected to a VPN service, and then we've gone to the search engine. We've already opened it, but if you want to open it, you type the URL shodan.io. So in order to enjoy using Shodan, it is advisable that you create a free account with Shodan so that you can enjoy it fully, because the things you can access when you don't have a free account is limited compared to when you have a free account with them. For example, I want to search for cameras, right? So this is camera, but I want to look for a particular location, which is a filter. I want to search for Nigeria in particular because I don't want to see all the cameras in the world, right? So I'll now press country, Nigeria. So I can't find any result because I have not logged in. So I have to log in into Shodan before I'll be able to carry out a full range of result of activity and get my desired result. So I already have a free account, so I'm going to log into it now.
Yeah, like an account is already logged in already to our shoulder. So we're going to search for the same thing we searched without having a user account, a free user account. So let's just search for camera. So we're going to search for the same thing that we searched without an account. Let's see if it's going to give us a good result. It's loading. Wow. So we have many cameras, and this is like actually in Nigeria. They are limited. But we don't want to like board you guys with many cameras all over the world. We just want to limit it like only in Nigeria. And this is like the cameras in Nigeria. And this is the IP address, and this is the banner you see on shoulder. So let's just click on any camera to know like if we can gain access to it. Anyone can serve, but let's just see like the many cameras we have. Let's just see it. Okay, let's just try this. It's loading and it's going to take us somewhere which we don't know. Wow. Now a camera is opened and they're telling you the country, the city, the organization that is using this camera. And up here is the IP address, and here is the port, open ports. These open ports are just like gateways that can lead to the devices that is connected to the internet. And one important thing that I want you guys to know, anytime you see 22 on this port, just know that this is leading to the computer itself. But this can actually lead us to different locations where the devices is located. So we're going to copy this IP address now. We'll copy it, Control C to copy. Then we'll come here and place it, Control V. Okay, Control V. Sorry. Let's copy it again. Control C. V. Then we have to add we just have to choose any port number here. We are going to choose 84. So shift, I have to put this so that it will be able to work. 84. Then enter. Let's see. It's loading, and up here you're actually seeing that it's not secured. Like this camera is actually not secured. So wow. So actually, like we have gained access to this camera, we know the brand. So my colleagues will take where I said.
So wow, we've actually gotten access to this device. But right now we don't have the username and the password because we are not admins or users, so we don't have authorized access to gain and to authorized access to this system. But right now our main aim is not that. Our main aim is to actually gather information. So we've actually accomplished gathering this information by getting the brand name of this camera.
So the beauty of Shodan is that it gives us information. It gives us raw data that we can use in gathering more information about something. So right now we've already gotten the brand name, and there are many more things we can find out just from knowing the brand name. For example, now we are going to see what else we can find just by knowing the brand name. So let's say I want to know about the CEO of this company. All I do is I'm going to type the name of the company and the CEO and see what happened. So now I already know the CEO of Hit Vision company just by knowing the brand which I found on Shodan. So what else can I find out about the CEO? What if I decide to go on LinkedIn and see what I can find on him there? So I'm going to go on LinkedIn and I'm going to type his name here. Excuse me. can't remember the spelling of the name. Yang Zong. Okay. So I'm going to type his name here and see what I can find out about him. Okay, so there are many people that might be bearing that same name on LinkedIn, but because I already know that he's the CEO at HIC Division, so I know he's affiliated with HIC Division. So what do? I've already seen in this profile here that this person has an affiliation with HIC Division, so I'm going to pick this person. So now I have access to his profile, so I can see what information he has on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, his profile doesn't really tell much, but assuming his personal email was made available here, we can carry out a social engineering attack on him just because of the small information we've gotten from Shodan. So we can carry out a social engineering attack on him called CEO business email compromise, which is a phishing attack. So another thing we can also find out again, let's assume I'm an amateur hacker now and I want to see if I can hack this device. Let's see. Quick vision. Hack. Let's see what information. So there are actually ways to hack this device. So let me pick one and let's see what I can. So actually there's actually an article on how to hack this particular camera. So let's see what I can find. Wow. So this is saying that Hikvision, the older models of Hikvision have a backdoor which can be exploited. And so it has been corrected, but those that are still using the older version of this Hikvision can still be exploited. All I need to do is to download this software, which already has a link. All I need to do is to download the software which was shown there. And then when I download the software, all I need to know is the IP address and a port number, any port in particular that I want. All I need to do is just pick a particular port and I can download a user ID. So when I get a user ID, technically what it means is that I can go back to that place where they showed username and password and change the person's password and get a new password. Automatically, what it means is that I've locked that person out and I've taken control of the person's device.
Wow. In conclusion, like this thing will just perform you just the little percentage that Shodan can actually do. Like many things, Shodan can actually help in searching for malwares in your computer, in your devices. And the most beautiful part of it is that this Shodan can we can actually use Linux terminal to we can use Linux terminal to download Shodan and work on it. So, and again, the things that that OSINT can do, like very important advantage of this OSINT gathering tool is just that it's less expensive compared to the traditional this thing that we use to gather information, going around transport and everything. With all these things, we have many other OSINT gathering tools, but we are just talking on Shodan. So you can actually get back to us if you want to know more about Shodan. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. That was an amazing presentation. I like how you showed the relationship between getting one piece of information to getting more, and that being a start of a full-scale attack. I like the way you piece things together, and that was a very, very good presentation. Well done, Team Pink Intelligence. See you at the top. Well done. We also want to say a very big thank you to their coach. This is made possible because someone is investing time in coaching these girls. So our coach for Enugu is one and only Habib Adebisi. We want to say a very big thank you. If you are watching, yeah, the girls are excited like I am. We want to say a very big thank you. This is amazing work you have put in here, and these girls are showing for it. Thank you so much. So right now we're going to take one more presentation before our video break, and we're going to be bringing on live right now Team Pink Intelligence Kogi. Let's give them a round of applause as they take the stage. Oh, excellent. I see your smiling, very bright faces. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So what would you be showing us today?
Good afternoon, everyone. We are reaping intelligence from Kogi. My name is Sunday Blessing.
Aliu Patience.
Noah Gloria, a great faith.
We are dealing with a topic that says incident response and network packets, analyzing with Wireshark. Introduction.
An incident response is the effort to recognize or identify network, to identify attacks and vulnerabilities and minimize its effects and remediate also the causes to reduce risk of vulnerabilities or attack. Also, it helps organization to know the it helps organization to be able to it helps organization to ensure that they are able to understand what security incidents is, and also to be able to ensure that they can act quickly to avoid damages that is being caused. Security incidents also can be examples of security incidents are man-in-the-middle attack, malware attacks, phishing attack, denial of service attack, privilege escalation attack, packet network analysis. A packet network analysis is also known as packet sniffing, and it is the act of using a piece of software or hardware to recognize a piece of software or hardware to monitor network traffic. The information extracted from network packets can be used as evidence directly or indirectly. While packets are the basic units of communication over TCP or IP network. My team member will take off from this place.
Goals of an incident response program. One is to detect compromises as quickly and efficiently as possible. Respond to incidents as quickly and efficiently as possible. Then identify the cause as quickly and efficiently as possible. The next one is the incident response life cycle. One, we have preparation. Preparation entails to identify the network, the server, and all the problems of attack. The next point is detection and analysis. You detect your system having attack by checking it regularly and knowing the main problem. You can also check the attacker's IP address and validate the IP address of the attacker. The next point is containment, eradication, and recovery. Containment entails that you identify every problem, eradicate it by bringing them together, then you recover all your lost items as quickly as possible. Then post-incident activities entails that all you learn from previous attack and join it with the new processes to your own incident process in your system. My next speaker will talk about Wireshark and the practical aspect. Thank you.
Now we're going to use Wireshark to uncover those vulnerabilities. Now, what is Wireshark itself? Wireshark allows you to analyze the traffic inside your network with various tools. If you want to see what is going on inside your network, or have issues with network traffic or page loading, you can use Wireshark. It allows you to capture the traffic so you can understand what the problem or send it to support for further assistance. Now we're going to look at the definition of Wireshark itself. What is Wireshark? Wireshark. Now let me tell you a brief history of how Wireshark came into being. Now, Wireshark was released in 1998 and was originally named Ethereal. The project was renamed Wireshark in May 2006 because of some trademark issues. And Wireshark uses C and C++ as a programming language, and it was developed by the Wireshark Foundation. Wireshark filters. One of the reasons Wireshark is one of the most famous protocol and used to analyze traffic today is that it has the ability to apply various filters to the captured packets. Wireshark filters can be divided into the capture and display filters.
The capture filters, these filters are applied before capturing data. If Wireshark captures data that doesn't match the filters, it won't save them and you won't see them. So if you know what you are looking for, you can use capture filters to narrow down your search. Now, what about the display filters? Depending on what you are searching, what you are analyzing, your capture packet may be very hard to go through. If you know what you are looking for, or if you want to narrow down your search and exclude the data you don't need, you can use display filters. Now, we're going to filter HTTP traffic using Wireshark. Now we're going to look at what HTTP is. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is an application layer protocol or transmitting hypermedia documents such as HTML. It was designed for communication between web browsers and web server, but it can also be used for other purposes. Now, I'm going to share my screen for us to see how we can use Wireshark to filter traffic. Please exercise patience with me while I share my screen. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to open our Wireshark. Now, this is how our Wireshark is. This is how our Wireshark environment is. Now, to filter HTTP traffic, we are going to go under this file. Then we can click on Control or we can just go under the HTTP file for us to see. Now, can we go under here? We can see that we have open here, or we can actually open the recent file. Wait, okay, let me press on Control O now. Now this is how Wireshark was. Under my file, I don't have HTTP file under my document. So what I'm going to do is that I'll open it under this display, in this Wireshark environment. We can see file. So we'll just click on the file and open our recent document on that Wireshark, so we can see. So I'll just click on this. You can see that we can see where I download HTTP, and you can see it. Then we can open it. Then under this Wireshark, this place stands for the network list, packet list. This is the packet list, and this is the packet details, and we have the packet bytes here. Under the packet list, we have the time, the source, the destination, the protocol, and the length and information. Then to capture only HTTP protocol, because we have NBS protocol, ARP, but we don't need it because our main goal is to capture HTTP traffic. So what I'm going to do is that I will go under this apply a display filter and type my HTTP in lowercase HTTP. Then I'll press enter. Then we can see that in my packet list here, all under the protocol, I can see that all my protocol, they are HTTP. So I'll just click on any of them. I'll just right click, then I'll go to where you can see follow here. We have TCP stream here. Then what I'm not dealing with TCP, so what I'm going to click on, I'll click on HTTP stream since I'm dealing with HTTP. Okay, now we can see the information. We have filtered this HTTP document. We can see our request here. The red information here stands for the request. The blue ones represents the response, and we can see this is the request and response from the client to the server. We can see the admin. Under here we see admin and log admin and password. We can see that the password there is actually password. Then what we are going to, and then we'll just scroll down. These ones are just in machine language, so we cannot understand it. They definitely stands for the response, but it's for the machine itself. So this is one that we need. So we have the dates the packets arrived. You can see that 30 April. We have the server the expired. So with this, I know that with this, I hope you can capture the wire and HTTP traffic. Then under here we can see that the side here under this HTTP and TCP, you can see the blue and the red this thing. This green stands for the response, and this one stands for the request. Thank you.
Wow, that was
Thank you
a
very
very
much.
good presentation. That was a very good presentation. Thinking intelligence, Kogi. You did amazing. And we can't say thank you enough to your coach, Mr. Toby Afolabi. He obviously did a great job coaching the girls. I really like how you introduced and then showed us everything very well arranged. Well done, girls. Please let's give the girls
Thank
a
you,
round of
ma.
great. Let's give the girls a round of applause now. All of you, give yourselves a round of applause. You have all done so amazing. And just for people joining us that don't know this, all of these girls, all the presentations are going to be sort of graded, and we'll be specially recognizing the top three teams, the top three best performing teams, and we have a panel that is judging them and their performance. And I honestly don't envy them right now. Their job is so tough because these girls are coming with fire today, and there are more teams coming up with very beautiful presentations as well. And so I am going to just be taking a break right now to. We're going to be taking a break now before we take our last two presentations for today. We are going to be taking a video break so that we can sort of relax. Enjoy.
Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I know I can. I know I can. Be what I wanna be. Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I'll be where I wanna be.
Boys and girls, listen up. You can be anything in the world, and God we trust. An architect, doctor, maybe an actress, but nothing comes easy. It takes much practice. Like I met a woman who's becoming a star. She was very beautiful, leaving people in awe. Singing songs, Lena Horne, but the other version hung with the wrong person. Got her strung on that heroin, cocaine, sniffing up drugs, all in the nose. Could have died so young, now looks ugly and old. No fun, cause now when she reaches for hugs, people hold their breath, cause she smells of corrosion and death. Watch the company you keep and the crowd you bring, cause they came to do drugs and you came to sing. So if you're gonna be the best, I'ma tell you how. Put your hands in the air and take the vow. I know I can, be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be what I wanna be. Boys and girls, listen again. This is for grown-looking girls who's only 10. The ones who watch videos and do what they see. As cute as can be. Up in the club with fake ID. Careful, before you meet a man with HIV. You can host a TV like Oprah Winfrey. Whatever you decide, be careful, self-envy. Rapists, don't act your age, don't pretend to be older than you are. Give yourself time to grow. You thinking he can give you wealth, but so young boys. You can use a lot of help, you know. You're thinking life's all about smoking weed and ice. You don't want to be my age and can't read and write. Begging different women, y'all break the sleep at night. Smart boys turn them into whatever they wish. If you believe you can achieve it, say it like this. I know I can. I know I can. Wanna be. I'm part of it. I'll be where I wanna be. Now, I know I can. before we came to this country. We were kings and queens, never porch monkeys. There was empires in Africa called Kush. Timbuktu, where every race came to get books to learn from black teachers who taught Greeks and Romans, Asian Arabs, and gave them gold when gold was converted to money in all things. Money that became empowerment for Europeans. The Persian military invade. They heard about the gold, the teachings, and everything sacred. Africa was almost robbed naked. Slavery was money, so they began making slave ships. Egypt was the place that Alexander the Great went. He was a shock to the mountains with black faces, shot up their nose to impose what basically still goes on today. You see, if the truth is told, the youth can grow. They'll learn to survive until they gain control. Nobody says you have to be gangsters, hoes. Read more, learn more, change the globe. Ghetto children, do your thing. Hold your head up, little man, you're a king. Young princess, when you get your wedding ring, your man is saying, she's my queen. I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
I know I can. I know I can. Be what I wanna be. Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I'll be where I wanna be.
Exactly. I know I can be what I want to be, and all that's required is working on it. And I'm so excited to see these presentations, and I'm sure our audience on YouTube and LinkedIn are also enjoying this. So we're going to take our last two presentations for today, and we have the groups ready and in the room. Please, can we show our girls, our last two groups waiting to be part of this open day for today, and let's see their excitement. Can we just see the girls getting ready to take the stage? Hey, I see you girls. Tim Kogi, box question. People are just, you're not showing us your excitement now. Smile. You are too serious. The tension is catching you people. I don't let it. Great. I'm happy to see that you're now smiling. Please relax. Okay. Give us all what you have been doing. Show us what you've been working on, and we're looking forward to it. So to get started, we are going to have Team Box questions from Cross River present to us. What would you be showing us today? Team Box questions, what would you be showing us today? Oh, you're muted.
About
Okay, we can hear you now. What did you say you're going to talk about?
Right, today we'll be working on ECU threat model using the Microsoft threat modeling tool. Using the Microsoft threat modeling tool.
Okay, go ahead. You have the floor.
All right, next slide. All right, this is Team Box Squashers, Calabar Hub, Cross River State, and today we'll be working on the ECU threat model using the Microsoft threat modeling tool. Now, before we proceed, we have to know the terms here. The first term here we have the ECU, which is the electronic control unit. It is a small device in a vehicle's body that is responsible for controlling specific actions, and it is an embedded system in an automotive electronic that controls one or more of the electrical systems in a vehicle. Now, if an electronic control unit is hacked, it can affect the total car functioning and timing mechanism. It also leads to problematic acceleration and gear shifting problems. Now, my colleagues here in Calabar talked about threat modeling, and they said that the primary goal of threat modeling is to identify threat actors and ways they can influence an application. Now, we proceed by talking about the importance of threat modeling, and for this part, I'll hand over to my teammates to take this.
The threat modeling tool is an open software used in identifying potential security threats and prescribing possible ways of reducing risks to avoid malicious attack. So now you'll be sharing our screen. Yes. Window.
Okay. Okay, so today we'll be working on a threat model, but because of time, we already prepared our items on the stencils that we'll be working with. We'll be needing an operator controller, an ECU, a VNC client, a firmware update server, an operator, wireless communication protocols, generic data flows, and a canvas data flow. So we'll be linking each of them together. Well, since we did not have most of the stencils, we had to rename the stencils that we had. So we are going to rename this operator with at Miss Confidence Stably, who is the person who required for this threat model for her automotive. Our firmware data store. Firmware update servers are softwares which are embedded in devices that can help in. All right, so we're going to be linking the ECU with the canvas data flow. The ECU, as we already talked about, is the electronic control unit that actually deals with the internet protocol areas of the threat model. And for our generic data flow, still on the operator controller. An operator controller is the center stage of the automotive. It controls all actions required by the automotives, and it's also linked to the internet area of the automotive. All right, wireless communication is to the firmware update server. A firmware update server is a software that upgrades the automotive. So it uses a wireless communication to interact with the automotive so as to include latest upgrades for the brand of your automotive so as to improve the automotive's functioning. Yes. All right, so we replaced our thick clients with a VNC client. We'll be connecting that with a wireless communication to the operator controller. VNC clients are programs that represent the screen data on your automotive. All those information you view on the screen of your automotive, which appears to be like a television show. So you see it through the operation of the VNC client. Data flows are communication protocols that help configuration protocols to interact with one another on the internet. So we'll be connecting our firmware data store with a generic data flow. Generic data flow ensures information to flow from the firmware data store to your operator controller, which controls the automotive mechanism. We will now include the internet network over the ECU. Hold on. All right, internet boundary. Delete this one. So the Internet Explorer boundary helps us to understand the area where the internet network is connected to the car system. Expanding this one. So we expand it to cover up the whole ECU of the car so that we can understand the area where the internet boundary contains. All right, we are expanding this around the ECU with the data flow. And then the next one we are going to need is the in-car system. Now, since we don't have the in-car system on the stencils, we are going to be using a machine trust boundary, which we can rename as an in-car system. Hold on. Machine trust boundary shows in a line, and we need a box area to cover up all the areas where the in-car system occurs. All right, so we'll be renaming this as the in-car system. All right, we're going to rename this now as the in-car system. This right. Put an empty area. All right, from here we'll be expanding our in-car system, showing that these happen inside this area. Okay, so this is our threat model. We'll now be going into the analysis view of the threat model. In this analysis view, we have a series of threats that are possible in this threat model. So the first we are seeing is tampering. An attacker can read or modify data transmitted over data flow. We can now select our status to be either not stated, needs investigation, not applicable to this threat model, or needs to be mitigated. So we now have to need investigation because we did not authenticate the flow. So this occurs throughout all the analysis view. We can now create a model or create and generate the report. So this is our report for this automotive threat model, and it shows us the different areas where attacks can happen, how they can happen, and what can be CyberSafe Foundation to report this, because this was required by the foundation. We hope you understood our report. Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful presentation. Fantastic. That was a beautiful presentation, and thank you for giving us such quality service as your first client. Providing threat modeling to us. Thank you so much. I want to just introduce the last team coming on from Kogi, and It's been a very, very great day seeing these nice presentations from Cross River, from Enugu, and from Kogi. And we'll be closing the show. We started off with Cross River, and I've just witnessed a fantastic performance, fantastic demo from Box Squashers and Cross River. But we'll be closing out with a team in Kogi. So make welcome Team Box Squashers Kogi as they take the stage. Team Box Squashers Kogi, come on now. Let's give the girls a round of applause as they take the stage and give their presentation. Fantastic. So you have the floor, girls. What would we be talking about today?
We're talking about discovering security vulnerabilities with Nessus. Good day, everyone. Welcome to another CyberGirls Day presentation. My name is Edibo Victoria, and here with me, Gibu Fatima,
Benjamin Mary.
We will be discussing briefly on discovering security vulnerabilities with Nessus. Going over to the agenda, we'll be talking on definition of term, goals of vulnerability assessment program, vulnerability assessment process, assessing security vulnerability with Nessus. Going over to the definition of term, what is vulnerability? Vulnerability is a weakness in IT system that makes open to the possibility of being attacked or harmed either mentally, physically, or digitally. What is vulnerability assessment? Vulnerability assessment is a systematic review of security weakness in an information system. It evaluates if the system is susceptible to any known vulnerabilities. Going further, I'll be talking about the goals of vulnerability assessment program. 1. Detect vulnerabilities as quickly as possible. Remediate security weakness as quickly as possible. Identify the cause as effectively as possible. Process of vulnerability assessment. Asset discovery and inventory. System that is within the area. Identify all systems that is within the area you plan to manage. 2. Identification. Use vulnerability scanners and other tools to identify vulnerabilities. Going further, my team member will continue from where I stop.
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Benjamin Mary. I'll be talking briefly on vulnerabilities and with Nessus. First, what is Nessus? Nessus is a remote security scan tool who scan a computer and raises an alert when it discovers any vulnerability that malicious hackers will use to gain access to a computer we are connected to. We have two main purpose of this software. They are vulnerability scanning, compliance auditing. The vulnerability scanning, the primary functionality, and the original purpose is to provide a user with a security scanner in order to use to detect their vulnerability in the system. In compliance auditing, Nexus also contains extensive capability when it comes to compliance auditing. It can perform varieties with this auditing, such as PCI, DSS compliance, SI benchmark, cloud infrastructure configuration auditing. Going further, my colleagues will take over for where I stop by taking us through the practical aspect for proper clarification. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Now that my colleagues have explained the terms of Nessus, I would love to display the practical aspects of vulnerability scan using Nessus. So I'd love to share my screen now. Okay, as you can see, this is the Nessus environment. This is the Nessus environment. Due to time, I can't go back to look for the IP address of the system. I already have it in handy. So our case scenario today is host discovery on. Okay, this is the environment. This is host discovery. Host discovery, this is the Nessus environment. The host discovery is a simple scan to discover live ports and open ports. Then we have the advanced scan. This to configure a scan without using any recommendations. We also have these upgraded ones are the compliance auditings. They are for auditors.
They are used for configuration of systems. But I would love to focus on vulnerability scan today. So this is host discovery advanced. Okay. Sorry, I would like to use the advanced scan. Okay, so this is the name. I'll impute advanced scan since I'm running a scan on it. And the description, which is vulnerability tests. Okay, like I said, I already have the IP address with me, so I'll love to impute the IP address. Okay. Okay, so I'll save now. For the scanning, then launch. Okay, it's running now. We'll have to wait for a few minutes for it to finish launching.
Face this, please. You put all the IP address, face it outside.
It's still running. It's still running. So it takes some time. Please exercise some patience.
You do this monthly to test.
Okay.
You do this not only sometime monthly, but sometimes to check the glitches of the system. Those kind of checks.
Okay. We do this monthly, sometimes to check the vulnerability test on our systems. This is a way of running tests on systems to check for vulnerabilities. Be clear. It's still running. So 3 minutes. It's taking time. Okay, so it's completed now. As you can see, this is the result we got from the vulnerability test. This orange is critical. This light orange is high. This one is medium. This green is for low, and this blue is for info. As you can see, we only got the info here, which is the blue. The post is 1, vulnerabilities 8, history 1. So I'll click on the vulnerabilities now for you to see the results I got. So this is the info. It's just the information of the software we run a scan on.
Oh, that's such a great presentation, but we've run out of time now. Thank you so much for such a powerful closeout, team. Box
Thank
crushers.
you. Thank you.
Let's give Give yourselves a round of applause, and everyone just clap for them for such a powerful closeout. You've done amazing, and we're so proud of you. I don't know. There's so many comments coming in from our audience. Someone is saying brilliant. Well done, box squashers. Someone is saying well done, box squashers. Cross River State, that was lovely. Someone is saying well done, box squashers. Kogi. I mean, all the groups really got some very great feedback there, and it's so lovely to see that people are following these presentations and seeing how knowledgeable you are. It's beautiful to watch these presentations and see your confidence level also, really increase from when we started off. This is our third open day, and there's so much improvement. And just for everyone watching us, we are not even halfway through the training part of this fellowship, to be very honest. We are in our third month, and we have 4 more months. And look at what we have. Like, it is so beautiful to watch and see this level of growth. And I can't imagine how mind blown you're going to be on your final open day. Well done, girls. I am really proud of you. And on behalf of everyone in the team, I want to say thank you to you all for joining us on LinkedIn and on YouTube and witnessing this great event. I want to also use this opportunity to thank our sponsor once again, Cyber Unit, for coming through for us financially. We want to thank our partners. I don't want to miss any one of them, and I know that my colleague had earlier mentioned them, but I want to generally say thank you to our partners and our mentors. We couldn't have done this without the amazing women across 13 countries that are helping us and hold these girls through this good process. We can't thank our coaches enough, 7 of them. Some of our girls in Kaduna and Adamawa and where else? Adamawa, Cross River, and Adamawa, Oyo State, and I think one more state will be presenting presenting tomorrow. So please join us again tomorrow to get to see what the other girls have. They are coming with fire. We can't thank our coaches enough. We have about 7 of them across our different hubs. We can't thank you enough. We want to especially thank our facilitators, the boots on the ground, like I always call them. They are literally there to make sure that the girls are fine and are doing okay. We can't thank you enough. I want to thank every member of my team. We've been working so hard backstage days before today, and everyone is working so hard. I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone, and I really hope I haven't missed out anybody, any group, because it has taken a village literally to get these girls growing this fast and to this point. And I want to say thank you everyone that's been instrumental to this. Join us same time, 10 a.m. tomorrow, as we take even more interesting presentations and more varied presentations from our girls in many other hubs. I think 3 more hubs across Nigeria. Adamawa, some presentations are still coming from Enugu. We're going to have Oyo State as well, and we are going to be having, I'm missing out one state too. We're going to be having Oyo State as well, and we're going to be having one more state. Let's leave it at one more state. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.